has initiated a citywide operation to remove traders and street hawkers from pavement near roadways in the markets, citing public safety and traffic flow concerns, with a deadline for compliance set to end on Tuesday. Our reporter Safwa Boheng visited some markets across the city to speak with affected traders and engage customers on how the exercise is likely to impact their lives.
If you frequently commute through the market in Accra, you will be familiar with the difficulty navigating your way through the market due to the congestion caused by some market traders as well as street hawkers. Just about last week or some days ago, the Accra mayor, in the person of Michael Alote, spoke about the fact that they are embarking on an operation that is going to remove all market traders and street hawkers. We want to be finding out to know their thoughts about this and how prepared are they about this operation.
We are all Ghanaians, but we pay 2 cedis for tickets, 2 cedis for trash, and about 70 cedis for license. The wealthy control the shops while we are left with the pavement. As single mothers, we will protest for our rights tomorrow. Women can be stubborn. If you give us an inch, we will take a mile. The road is for cars, not petty trading. So stay in your assigned area and pay your tickets. We have no markets, so we sell by the roadside. But I realize we sometimes block the road.
We are still on the conversation about the congestion and decongestion of our markets squares. I am standing right in the middle of Tudu, Accra Central, and it is very devastating to see the mess that has already been created behind me. Heap of trash almost getting to the middle of the road. Where are cars going to park?
As the junkies who take the trash and dump it at our place, by the time we reach the market, the damage is already done.
Customers who often engage these traders also shared their opinions. The area is congested, making it hard for cars and people to pass. They often react angrily when asked to move back for space.
Everywhere is crowded, but this is how our mothers and sisters support their children. We need a clean-up and urge authorities to implement plans and provide education as life in Ghana is tough. As a customer, if the clean-up moves these traders elsewhere, it will be hard for us to find them.
Okay, sentiments are high as these market traders are expressing their views, reactions and thoughts. Let's see what will really happen. Some are saying they would demonstrate against it tomorrow.
So that's Safwa Boheng there speaking to some of the traders in the heart of the city, or that's a central business district here in Accra. Gilbert Ankra is head of public affairs of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly and is joining us on the telephone right now. Mr. Ankra, good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, let's confirm this. Is this exercise going to take place tomorrow, as earlier announced, this decongestion?
Yes, I can assure you that tomorrow we're moving to ensure that areas that are not designated for trading activity, just as the mayor has said, will be cleared, especially people selling on the street. If you look at it, I was listening to your conversations and it was quite clear that a lot more of them know that they are a bit recalcitrant because they move onto the street, define demarcated areas that have been assigned for them to embark on their efforts. So we're moving in tomorrow. Just as we said, these areas, we are targeting areas within the AMA zone, Kimbu to railways, the entire ECG to Takiteria area, Zongo Lane, Opera Square, and the exercise is going to be in 3 phases. So we're going to embark on the operations within a 3-day period to ensure that we clear these areas.
Well, I mean, these areas you've just mentioned forms the heart of the hustle and bustle of Accra. I mean, the central business district. So if you're going to decongest these areas, where are you going to take the traders you're going to clear off the road? I mean, the pavement and these other places. Where are you taking them?
Of course, that has been issues that Mayor Honorable Michael Pakwalosi has been pondering and trying to ensure that in as much as we move these traders, some areas are given to them to embark on their various trading activities. So if you look at the engagement Mayor had with them on Saturday, for instance, it was quite clear that the Assembly was going to introduce a 24-hour operational model, and as part of that operational model, we are going to ensure that some specific streets and lanes within the metropolis on specific days will be demarcated and designated for trading activities, so that at least these traders will also have some their business still running. We are also going to ensure that in as much as we know they pay market tolls, Mayor has said that he's coming in to reduce these market tolls for them, so that at least it would also help in boosting their businesses. That notwithstanding, we are also looking at some of the pavements that are quite huge in that, and a lot of these pavements, we are going to redemarcate the pavement so that we'll be able to accommodate these traders who will be moved from the streets, especially.
And also on the bit about, so if I get the understanding, you haven't gotten the alternative place yet for the traders who are...
What I am saying is that alternative measures we are putting in place to ensure that we get them to still continue their business.
I see.
Areas with respect to the pavements will be demarcated for them. Aside
Right.
that, soon Mayor is looking at some specific days within
Okay, so
to demarcate those days for them.
I think that point was well made. What I want to understand is that it's not as though you are moving them to another location. You're going to demarcate the same pavement area for them to do their business.
Of course.
So what kind of decongestion are you going to do?
Of course, we have stated quite clearly that in as much as we have people selling on the pavement, now they have moved onto the street. They have moved onto the street, and on the street is a no-go area because of their safety and issues of urban mobility. So that forms the basis for this very exercise, to move especially those who are on the street to other trading areas for them to embark on their trading activities.
I see. So you are decongesting the streets, but the pavement will still be an area for the traders to sell.
Of course, areas will be demarcated for the traders they will be rearranged. Currently, you come and you see a trader or a hawker, and he has this entire area. You have a lot of wares as if it's a shop and all that. So we are looking at demarcating these areas so that at least a lot more. If you are a hawker, I don't see the reason why, for instance, you are selling, let's say, a shoe, for you to display that same particular type of shoe you have displayed over 10 of them. It doesn't help with respect to space. So all these things will be looked at, and they will be redemarcated so that we have a lot more of them occupying these areas.
Well, I see, but there are others who also make the argument that these pavements are made specifically for pedestrians and commuters to walk there. And so you're now going to demarcate the pavement. You are legalizing an illegality or an irregularity. You're demarcating pavements for people to sell. I mean, how do you justify this?
Let me state that aside that particular intervention, there is a bigger picture where we are looking at expanding the market that we have to be able to accommodate a lot more of these traders. Mayor met the traders, their leadership on Tuesday, and the concerns were very clear. This very exercise, especially trading on the street, there are calls from stakeholders to embark on this very exercise. And one of the key issue that came up during the engagement was for Mayor to ensure that a lot more of the areas, the markets that we have that have not been redeveloped, we are looking at redeveloping these markets to be able to accommodate more. So that is also in the picture.
Zakra, appreciate your time. And tomorrow we will be on the streets to monitor how this goes. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Gilbert Nyankra speaks for the Accra Metropolitan Assembly there. This is Hot Edition on 3FM 92.7. We're also on Kesmi 107.1 in Tamale and on